Hey everybody, today on VAPE we're going to talk about the videos that were created by the California Department of Public Health, and we're going to call bullshit on them. We're going to call foul when we come back. Hey everybody, Carl with VAPE. So, not sure if everybody saw the campaign for from the California Department of Public Health. They rolled out a new television and digital ads about the dangers of e-cigarettes. The new ads aired just 2 months after California Department of Public Health declared e-cigarettes a public health risk and warned Californians to stay away from them. One of the ads is called "Wake Up," and the other one is I'm not going to show the ads. What could go wrong is the other one. If you want to see them, you can find them on YouTube. I'll put I'm going to put a link below to the actual health advisory that the California Department of Public Health put out to the healthcare professionals in California. I'm sorry, I'm a little congested. My allergies are whooping me. No, I'm not sick from vaping. So in the first video I saw, it was they put a nice little old tune to it. It's a commercial. It basically says that e-cigarettes are as addictive as heroin. And I saw this ad for the first time watching Nickelodeon's Children's Choice Awards with my son. Needless to say, I was blown away. I think it is totally wrong. I think our I'm going to say his name is Ron Chapman. But it did say that Dr. Karen Smith of the California Department of Public Health, Director and State Health Officer, in a statement, our advertising campaign is telling the public to wake up to the fact that there are highly addictive products being mass marketed. Yes, there are. It's called 5 Hour Energy. It's called Red Bull. It's called Mountain Dew, whatever. It's all these energy drinks. Hell, cigarettes are being mass produced. Beer. So there's so many things out there that are addictive. And, you know, it's funny. Alcoholism is considered a disease. You can get help for it. But vaping is just this bad thing. I really think it's because of ignorance and these folks being frankly naive. So a Ron Chapman, MD, he was the Director and State Health Officer for the California Department of Public Health in January 2015, put out a report on e-cigarettes, a community health threat. I don't even know where to start. First of all, saying that vaping or e-cigarettes is as bad as heroin is just, it's asinine. It's, I have to call foul, and you'll hear me call foul a lot. That's what I'm going to call this video, is foul. I would say calling bullshit, but I don't think YouTube would appreciate that. So the health effects of nicotine, as of anything, is it's an addictive substance. Just like caffeine, people go to Starbucks and spend millions and millions of dollars buying coffee. People line up at Starbucks and Peet's Coffee and all these other coffee companies to get coffee. Do they get coffee because coffee's great? No, they're not drinking decaf. They're drinking caffeinated coffees. So they said in their health effects of nicotine, it is a highly addictive neurotoxin that is as addictive as heroin or cocaine. I don't know about you, but I'm not looking to rob people to get enough money to get vaping materials. You don't see people getting robbed and killed over vaping. So again, there's a lot of unknowledged statements in here. They didn't get the knowledge. They didn't read up. So this is just really misinformation. They say nicotine poisoning is up since 2010. In 2010, it was barely recorded by the California Department of Poison Control Systems in San Diego, California. They say total poisoning of all ages is upwards of about 200, 250 cases. Poisoning of children 0 to 5 is about 150. I don't know where they get these numbers, and I don't have any of those statistics myself, but as with everything, with cigarettes, alcohol, caffeinated drinks, energy drinks, we all have to be responsible adults. We have to protect our children from a lot of things, not just vaping and drinking and maybe drugs. We're also talking about cleaning chemicals, pesticides, rodenticides. There are things out there that we have to protect our children from every day. So I would be interested to see actual figures on e-cigarette poisoning. So anyway. It says, they also put in here, e-cigarettes are readily accessible through California. And the number of stores selling e-cigarettes quadrupled between the 2011 and 2013 years, increasing from 12% to 46%. Figure 2, despite the percentage of tobacco stores selling e-cigarettes in California counties. Yes, the e-cigarette market is exploding. It's 2015, just 5 years ago, 7 years ago, e-cigarettes were very rare. They were very expensive. When they came out, it was not the in thing. To me, it's still not the in thing. I see more people vaping than smoking e-cigarettes. I don't see that many e-cigarettes out there anymore. I have seen a few people trying to get off smoking go and buy these $10, $14, $19 e-cigarettes and try to quit. And I tell them, if you want to try to quit smoking, try something else. Vaping. It's a great hobby. It's fun. It's a social thing. And you know what's going in your vaporizer. If you're putting e-liquids in it, you're wicking it, you're building the coil, you know what you're putting in it. It's not a prepackaged coil that you have to puff on whatever's in there. That's too much like a cigarette to me, and I want to know I want to know what I'm vaping. It says that vaping and e-cigarette industry is targeting children on television networks like ABC Family, USA, Bravo, E, MTV, VH1, Comedy Central, and other other ways, like on the internet, and YouTube. And I know that if I go to 5-Hour Energy website right now, it doesn't ask if I'm 18 years old. It doesn't ask if I'm 5. If I go to a vaping site, I have to verify my age. Vaping is the most self-regulated industry or community I've ever seen of anything with childproof caps. In their report here for that they gave for the E-Cig Health Advisory to a healthcare professional, it says that devices leak. There's no childproof caps. I have yet to see a e-liquid bottle come in my possession that I either bought or ordered online that didn't have a childproof cap. I even see them with warnings on there about pregnant women and keeping out of the reach of children. Those are all self-regulated statements because they're not being forced to do it, but they're doing it. So that's responsible. Now, I've never seen an e-liquid leak. I order them online all the time. They come in a box. I've never seen one broken. I've never seen one leak. And I've never seen one without plastic wrapping around the bottle. They say that they're using cartoon characters in advertising to promote e-cigarettes as a fashion accessory. I've seen mods look like Nintendo controllers. I've seen them look like Transformer boxes. I've seen them in all kinds of different cute little things. I've never once seen a SpongeBob mod. I've never once seen a Dora the Explorer tank. So I don't know what they're talking about using cartoon characters in advertising. I've never seen that. Now, they say that the flavors are focusing on kids. I have to call foul again. There's Java, there's Boston cream pie, there's donuts, there's Looper, like Fruit Loops. There's flavors. The flavoring in e-liquids is just as abundant as the flavors in 5-Hour Energy or Mountain Dews or the different energy drinks that are available out there. So, like I said, they're taking things out of content and making it what they want. Also, California health care providers are recommended to educate, advise, and protect unborn children and young children and adolescents. That nicotine is contained and considered a highly addictive toxin. Increase in e-cigarette related poisonings, especially with children. Educate about clean indoor air. Educate parents and public to take steps to protect children and themselves from exposure to e-cigarette emissions. And they should talk to current smokers and e-cigarette users alike to quit and offer support. I haven't seen a quit smoking program work. You know, those chewing gum, those Nicorette gums or what have you. What do they have in them? Nicotine. The patch that people wear on their body to quit smoking. What is in that patch? Nicotine. So I think that vaping is a great way to quit smoking because you can actually taper yourself off and enjoy vaping in place of smoking, and it's a social thing, it's fun, it's a great hobby. I like building coils. I like putting my own kind of personal twist on tanks. But anyway. And then, you know, protect children from nicotine poisoning. Duh. We have to protect our children from everything. So that's it. It's 7 pages of an advisement for healthcare professionals. My question to healthcare professionals is, you need the California Department of Public Health to give you an advisory about what you should have been knowing in medical school? I had to throw that out there. I'm sorry. I digress. So, and then there's another, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's 32 pages from Dr. Ron Chapman regarding e-cigarettes. He goes on to say it's unrevealing that the California is approximately a $2 billion business, the e-cigarette and vaping business. Yeah, there's money to be made out there, and they're saying that big tobacco is taking over e-cigarettes. A couple companies have been bought out by big tobacco. Your company that was started by, I believe his name is Jason Healy, with Blue. He did what probably any smart man would do when somebody comes and presents you with a offensive amount of money, is he took it and ran with it. So that's big business. I don't see big tobacco companies owning Kanger Tech. I haven't seen E-Leaf owned by big tobacco. So I think as long as we keep big tobacco companies out of the hands of vaping, then we'll be better off. This report and advertising gimmick is just ridiculous. So, and it says that there's a big uptick in teen and young adults using e-cigarettes. Well, I think there's a spike in California with teenagers and young adults using energy drinks, caffeinated products, Starbucks, the coffees, the Peets, the everything. We have to educate people about vaping. We have to educate people about e-cigarettes, just like we educated people about smoking and drinking and drugs. But to say that vaping and e-cigarettes is as addictive as cocaine or heroin is just asinine. It's stupid. To compare those two is it's just stupid. So, in conclusion, I'm offended by the commercial ads that they're showing. I am not going to quit vaping and go look for heroin or cocaine. I did have to explain to my 13-year-old son the difference between vaping, heroin, and cocaine. It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be tagged as something so bad when they don't know. The California Department of Public Health does not have a clue about vaping or the e-cigarette industry. All I know is cigarette sales are down, big tobacco companies are worried and trying to get their hands on something else. That's an issue with big tobacco and the California Department of the California Department of Public Health. I think we're self-regulated. I think the vaping community is very strong. I wish it was stronger, that there was a group of voice. There was a power on behalf of the vapors out there, kind of like the NRA is with guns. I wish vaping had that. So we all do have to band together and educate people. Explain to them vaping is not smoking. Vaping is not even e-cigarettes in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So I'm going to show a few pictures here of a e-cigarette cartridge I took apart to show people the ceramic wicking material, the way it's kind of wrapped and coned with the nylon rope that acts as a wick. And in one of the pictures, there's a picture. I tried to get as close and as macro picture as I could of the coil. Check the coil out. It's very tiny. It probably doesn't heat up that much. So it's pretty interesting. I just wanted to tear one apart to see. So I went and I bought a little cheap kit. It wasn't blue. It wasn't Views or whatever that new one is. It was just a little green. What is this? This is just a regular cartridge. I don't want to put the company on blast. So yeah, it doesn't say. It just says it's normal tobacco flavoring. This product does contain nicotine. Yes, and it's made in China. So I'm going to show some pictures right now, and I'll be right back. But take a look. I'm going to show pictures of all the wicking material, and then I'll be right back. So yeah, the picture's pretty trippy. So I have the device right here, and that is the little coil that was in there, as you saw in the picture. And I have it here on a paper towel. I'm not going to show you here, but it is staining and putting a yellow on this paper towel I have it on. But that is like the main wick right there. And then it was wrapped with that. And then this big old ceramic or weird material was wrapped around that. And in this little cartridge. So I tore it apart just to show you, because I am not a e-cigarette fan. So, and I'm trying to, I see vaping and e-cigarettes as two different things. It's like smoking a cigarette and then smoking a cigarette without a filter. I mean, it's kind of like that. So, and this is just the battery unit with its cool little Ego hookup. Like I said, I'm going to try not to put the company on blast here, because this was pretty trippy when I took it apart. It's not this. So yeah, in conclusion, I just, like I said, comment below. Let me know what you feel. If you think I'm just nuts, like the video if you like it, and subscribe. I hope I don't have to do videos like this, where I have to get on and totally call foul and bitch about the California Department of Public Health and their ignorant statements and their naive information. They're just naive. They're ignorant to the vaping world. So until next time, vape on, and check me out on neovape.net. Neovape.net is my site. I'm trying to put as much information on there as I can. I do run other websites, so it's tough, but I'll try to get as much stuff on there. And I got to plug my folks at alluringvapors.com. Alluringvapors.com. Jason over there at Alluring Vapors he's been awesome. I order stuff from him. I get it quick, and I'll be trying stuff out and doing reviews on products for them. So make sure you go see them at alluringvapors.com. They're a brick and mortar vape shop, and they also run an online retailer. So anyway, till next time, vape on.